Trump said he would like it if we could open America by Easter. Oh, please, not by Christmas. Open America by Easter. He said that would be a great thing. So, of course, the New York Times, absolute panic. Trump wants to reopen America. Here's what happens if we do. President Trump, this is the New York Times. President Trump says he wants the United States raring to go in 2.5 weeks on Easter with packed churches all over our country. Now, what Trump said, remember, is he said it would be beautiful if there were packed churches, if there could be packed churches on Easter. But obviously, he's telling people, he said, I'm not going to do anything rash. Do we have that clip? Yes, clip 21.
We'll be speaking to everybody. I'm not going to do anything rash or hastily. I don't do that. But the country wants to get back to work. Our country was built to get back to work. We don't have a country where they say, hey, let's close it down for 2 years. We can't do that. It's not our country. So we're going to be talking, and it could be we'll do sections of our country. There's big sections of our country that are very, little affected by what's taken place. Then there are other sections that are very heavily affected. So there's a big difference.
And the doctor, Dr. Birx, her name is, she was saying that the numbers are just overblown. The numbers of deaths are just overblown. And now we're seeing this coming through. I've been telling you, my friend has been saying this. He's been sending me these computer models and math that he does. And now she is confirming this as well.
The numbers that have been put out there are actually very frightening to people. But I can tell you, if you go back and look at Wuhan and Hubei and all of these provinces, when they talk about 60,000 people being infected, even if you said, oh, right, well, there's asymptomatics and all of that, so you get to 600,000 people out of 80 million. That is nowhere close to the numbers that you see people putting out there. I think it has frightened the American people. I think on a model that you just run full out, you can get to those numbers if you have zero controls and you do nothing. And we know that every American is doing something.
So CNN cut away from this. CNN cut away from that because what do you mean, don't panic? Come out. That's our whole business model. It's like, cut it off. She's just making people hopeful. Don't let that happen. So if indeed it's time for panic, if indeed, the economy has to shut down forever, then the only reason Donald Trump could be doing this is because some insidious reason. So think about that. If you're sitting in a room full of people who agree with you, in a media, in an industry full of people who agree with you, and gone to college, taught by people who agree with them, and you watch entertainment and the movie stars and they agree with you, you must know that Donald Trump is a monster. You know it. It's not an opinion. It's a fact to you that Donald Trump is a monster. The only reason he could have for wanting to open things up again is for his own personal gain, so that it'll be helpful in an election. And a reporter went after him at the briefing and said, are you just doing this for the election? And he went right back at her, which, as we know, is his MO. And it's a telling exchange.
You said that the media wants the country to remain closed to hurt your odds of being reelected.
The media would like to see me do poorly in the election. I think
lawmakers and economists on both sides of the aisle have said that reopening the country by Easter is not a good idea. What is that plan based on?
Just so you understand. Are you ready? I think there are certain people that would like it not to open so quickly. I think there are certain people that would like it to do financially poorly because they think that would be very good as far as defeating me at the polls. And I don't know if that's so, but I do think it's so that there are people in your profession that would like that to happen. I think it's very clear. I think it's very clear that there are people in your profession that write fake news. You do. She does. There are people in your profession that write fake news. They would love to see me for whatever reason, because we've done one hell of a job. Nobody's done the job that we've done. And it's lucky that you have this group here right now for this problem, or you wouldn't even have a country left.
That was brutal. It was brutal. And, I'm a guy who would like to see the president not have to stoop to that, who'd like to see the president not have to beat up the press like that. And he wouldn't have to beat up the press like that if they weren't so bad, if they weren't so corrupt. They are so incredibly corrupt, and they don't know they're corrupt. I hope you enjoyed that clip from The Andrew Klavan Show. If you did, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you stay up to date on all our future content.